I just dove into this insane repository called modded-nanogpt. They're racing to train a language model using 8 NVIDIA H100 GPUs in under 3 minutes.
Wait 3 minutes. That's mind-blowing. The previous benchmarks took around 45 minutes. What changed?
A ton of modern techniques. They're doing stuff like rotary embeddings and a new muon optimizer. It's fascinating how they can optimize training speed.
Muon Optimizer. That sounds intriguing. What's its deal? How does it improve efficiency?
It actually uses a Newton-Schulz iteration to minimize memory usage and boost sample efficiency. It's like a turbocharger for gradient updates.
That sounds powerful, but isn't there always a trade-off when you push for speed? Like, can this really generalize well?
Good point. The creators acknowledge the risk of overfitting to validation loss. Speedrunning might not scale perfectly with larger models.
So, are we looking at a potential limitation here? Could their methods fail as they scale up?
Exactly, they hinted that some methods might break down when scaling beyond certain sizes. It's a valid concern.
And yet, they managed to achieve a 3.28 cross-entropy loss, which is impressive. What does that even mean in layman's terms?
Think of it as measuring how well the model predicts the next word in a sentence. Lower loss means better predictions, right?
Got it, but they had to follow strict rules to get that loss. No modifying the training data, for instance.
Exactly, they can tweak batch sizes and architectures, but the core data streams remain unchanged. It's quite a race.
I wonder how they keep track of all these records. The competition must be intense.
For sure, they maintain a detailed log of each record attempt with contributors' names. It's like a leaderboard for researchers.
That's cool. I mean, who doesn't love a bit of friendly competition? How do they ensure the validity of these records?
They have stringent statistical requirements for validation loss and log submission, ensuring no one just gets lucky.
But what happens if a record is invalid? Do they just throw it out?
Sometimes, if a record is found to exceed the loss threshold, they consider it, but they also factor in the context of the run.
That's really fair. It seems they're not just about speed, but also maintaining integrity in results.
Exactly, and some records are still held valid even if they slightly miss the target, which shows their flexibility.
This makes me think, what about the implications for AI as a whole? If speed can be optimized, what's next?
Great question. If training models becomes faster and cheaper, we could see a boom in AI applications and accessibility.
But isn't there a risk of rushing and compromising on the model's quality? Like, do we end up with flaky AI?
That's the balance they have to strike. Fast models are great, but if they don't perform well, what's the point?
Totally. It's like racing a car. Speed matters, but if the car can't handle the corners, it's not going to win.
Exactly. Also, their choice of architecture with things like flex attention is a game changer for efficiency and performance.
Flex attention sounds like a novel way to manage how attention spans are applied. What's that about?
It adapts the attention mechanism during training, which helps in managing longer contexts without losing efficiency.
Clever, it feels like a dynamic approach to a static problem. That's a huge leap.
Right, and they're mixing in other techniques too, like deep learning patterns from UNets, enhancing training.
Wow, it's like they're pulling from various fields to optimize performance. Multidisciplinary approaches are the future.
Definitely, it's like building on the shoulders of giants, learning from everything to make the best model possible.
But what if one of these techniques doesn't work in practice? Can they pivot quickly enough?
That's the challenge. Rapid iteration is key, but it requires a lot of flexibility and foresight from the team.
I can see how the pace of development can lead to burnout too. Are they managing that aspect well?
It seems like they're fostering collaboration, which helps relieve some pressure. Shared achievements can be motivating.
That's a smart move. It builds a community around the project. But is this speedrunning approach sustainable long-term?
It might be tricky. If everyone's racing, it could lead to burnout. They'll need to balance excitement with sustainability.
Such a thoughtful perspective. It keeps coming back to the idea of responsible innovation.
Absolutely, it's all about pushing boundaries but recognizing the implications as we do.
So, what's your take on the future of this speedrunning approach in AI?
I think there's potential, but they need to ensure quality doesn't get overshadowed by the need for speed.
Couldn't agree more. It will be fascinating to see how this evolves in a rapidly changing landscape.